Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Since we have a storm currently in northwest Arkansas, it would be great to remind with some of the Rukhsah concessions or leniencies that we find in Sharia and Islam. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made this religion very easy for all of us. يريد الله ما يريد الله ليجعل عليكم في الدين من حرج. Allah doesn't intend to make this religion difficult for you. يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر. Allah intends ease for you and He doesn't intend difficulty. And there are many other ahadith practices of the Messenger ﷺ to show us that we can take things easy sometimes when there is a difficulty or there is a need. For example, if we are wearing socks, that are thick socks, we can wipe over them instead of making wudu, but we should wear them after making the first wudu. Another two rukhsas are related to the masjid and coming to the masjids in this inclement weather or when it is very hard or difficult or dangerous to come to the masjid. The first one is if we go to the masjid or if somebody is able to go to the masjid, then there is a possibility of doing the jam' al-salah, the combination of the salawat. So salat al-dhuhr and asr together or and or salat al-maghrib and isha together. There is another rukhsa which is praying at home. And this one is actually more authentic and less debatable between scholars. So it was the habit of the Messenger ﷺ to ask the mu'adhin, the caller for the salah, to say at the end of the adhan, as-salatu fi rihal, pray wherever you are or pray at your dwellings. Or instead of, in some narrations, instead of saying hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah, which means come to salah, come to success, to say as-salatu fi rihal or sallu fi rihalik and pray wherever you are or the salah is in your dwellings. So if somebody is unable to come to the masjid or doesn't feel safe or thinks that it is hazardous or the dangerous to drive in this inclement weather, then he can perform salah at home and there is no problem at all. And if someone thinks that he can drive his car, some people like to drive in winter and snow and goes to the masjid, then he can combine the salawat behind the imam. The imam should take the decision to combine the salah. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of that easiness that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that ease that Allah gives us in Islam. So this is very practical. You can apply it and implement Islam in every condition. However, before I conclude, I have just an advice. Those who come to the masjid should not blame those who are not coming. They should not point fingers. And those who are not coming to the masjid, they should not blame or point fingers or criticize those who are going to the masjid. No one should consider himself pious more than other people. And also, those who are not coming to the masjid, they should not think that those who go to the masjid are extremists. It happened and it was reported authentically that the Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim would travel with the Messenger ﷺ in Ramadan, and some of them were fasting, observing the fasting of Ramadan, while others were not. So those who were not fasting, they would not blame or say anything or point fingers to those who are fasting. And those who are fasting, they would not say anything about those who are not fasting. So everyone decides the rukhsah, the exemption, how to apply it and in what condition, because sometimes it is a relative matter and everyone decides for himself whether he has a good car and he can drive his neighborhood, like has good streets or not. Everyone decides for himself whether to go to the masjid or not. So again, we should not blame. We should not think that we are better than other people or other people are extremists because they are applying something. The debate between scholars whether to take the rukhsah, the exemption or leniency or not, is well known. Some of them, what is the better, to take the rukhsah or the azima? Azima, the full determination and to do the thing. The rukhsah is the leniency and the exemption from doing something. So which one is better? Which one is better? Scholars have been debating that for centuries, and everyone has his own opinion that some of them said it is to do the azima, like to have the determination and to do it, because this is the default, that you have, like to do the salah on time, going to the masjid, etc., and other obligations, washing the feet, etc. While others said, no, Allah loves and intends Islam to be easy for people. So to take the rukhsah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the exemption is the easiest. So you break your fasting if you are traveling. And so no one should point fingers or blame or criticize. Wallahu ta'ala alam, wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Muhammad, jazakumullah khair.